Hello, welcome to my channel, Finding Disney, where we're finding the Disney magic at home. And I'm working on a short series of becoming a Disney travel agent. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, you might be a little confused. So you're going to want to go back and watch that first. We left off at module 1 and I'm going to walk you through module 2. So let's get started. We're here in module 2. And this is going to cover how to better talk to people and how to better greet people. So here it says 10 rules for better conversation. So let's click on it and see what it has to say. And that didn't work. Let's try that again. Oh my. Come on. They open with the comment, how many times have you unfriended somebody because you didn't like what they said or you didn't like their political view? Well, you can't think like that when you're, trying to become a travel agent. You got to be open with your conversation and open when you're listening. And this is what they're going to try to teach you, how to pay attention and how to listen. All right, the 10 rules of listening. Don't multitask. Don't be on your phone and all that. Don't pontificate. Don't act like a smarty pants, right? Open-ended questions, who, what, when, where, and why. Go with the flow of your conversation. If you don't know, say you don't know. I like that one a lot. Don't equate your experiences with theirs. Just keep it short and sweet. Try not to repeat yourself too awful much. Stay out of the weeds. Don't do dates and times and try to pull those, years out of your head. Listen to your clients. And number 10, be brief. So glad I came across this quote. I've been living by it lately and not trying to be so quick with my reply, but really listening. Okay, we're going to move on to upselling your clients. The rest of this module pretty much is about upselling, and they have an interesting way, they put a chart together and they have a really interesting way that they want you to kind of upsell. By the way, this candle is the White Barn brand at Bath & Body Works, and it smells divine. I wish you guys could smell it. Peppermint marshmallow. It's wonderful. So we're going to click on here the upselling to your client, which I think is an uncomfortable topic for most people.
Upselling is a really important part of any sales role, and it's actually much easier in the travel industry than it is in most other businesses or other industries.
I promise to not get in your face like this when I am trying to upsell you an item. I'll be more like this guy here. He looks a lot friendlier.
How do you proceed and create that balance between too much upselling and not upselling enough?
So the question was finding balance, and here they want you to ask your clients the right questions. Don't be embarrassed about upselling them. They really encourage you to practice. Practice if they say no, or practice what will you say if they say yes. And being sure that you're up to date on all technology and just giving your client an overall great experience, because that's what the business is about. It's not about just boring customer service. So let's just kind of recap what we just went over. We went over the 10 steps to being a good listener, and then also the next part, I'm looking at my paper here, and the next part was overcoming kind of your fear of upselling, and also some good things to do and not to do when upselling to your clients. Now the next part is, what are you going to do when your clients say no? I switched my coffee mug to this beautiful Belle mug that I got from Target on Valentine's, and I didn't want to get in trouble for my Mickey D's cup there. So I decided to make a switcheroo. So here we are. Where is your sale process messed up? And this is the sales flow explainer video. And that's kind of what I was telling you earlier in the video about the charting and just kind of really cool chart of flow. Oh, here it is. Identifying your sales process flow chart. And I'll show that to you guys. But we're going to start here on where is your sales process messed up. And I have a feeling my sales process is all kinds of messed up. They're going to give you a 6-step process here that you can follow so you can identify where you're messing up in your sales process. I just want to hone in on referrals for a second. They really make it a point to give your clients a great customer experience so that way that your current clients will refer you to other clients. I mean, those are really your bread and butter. Those are the referrals is what's going to keep you going. I do want to be careful here, and I don't want to reveal too much of Gateway's ways of doing things because I do want to respect the privacy of the company. But here you can kind of see the flow chart, and this is, so you get your client says, yes, it's interested. This is called the drip sales. So this is your drip campaign. So if they say no, here's what they want you to say, and you can go ahead and just delete them off your list. If they say maybe, so there is just kind of a nice thing to look at and to follow, depending on what your client's response is. That was Module 2. At the end of Module 2, I had to take a 20-question quiz. The first quiz for Module 1, I think, was 18, and the second one was 20 questions. And it was the same as the first. You had to get a 70% or higher, which I did, and so I moved on to Module 3. I didn't feel like that needed a separate video because it's all about social media, and I feel kind of good about my social media game. So I'm just going to include it in this video as well. So let's move on to Module 3 and kind of walk through some steps about social media. Gateway encourages you to pick a specialization, and of course I've chosen to choose Disney because that is what I'm passionate about, and that is exactly what they want you to do. That was the 3 principles of marketing. Now we are moving on to pros and cons of social media, and I would say there's a lot of pros, but there is definitely some cons to social media, but let's check it out anyway. The pros and cons of social media, that it's just instant, it's awesome, you can just pick up your phone, it's great for your business. Bad things is there's just so much social media, there's so much content out there, you never even see anybody, and it can be really distracting. Gateway Travel encourages you to plug into several different types of social media, including Facebook, including Instagram, which Facebook and Instagram are my 2 favorites. I didn't used to do Instagram until about, I don't know, it's probably been about 7 or 8 months ago, maybe even 9. It hasn't quite been a year. I think I started back in April when I started my YouTube channel, and I love Instagram. I'm like, I don't know what took me so long to get into Instagram, but I absolutely love it. I think I might even love it more than Facebook. I don't know, I just love it. Anyway, and they also want you to explore LinkedIn, and I've heard more and more people talk about LinkedIn. Now, I do have a LinkedIn account. I haven't been active. I set it up because I wanted to connect with some people, and then I never ended up using it, but yeah. So they also encourage you to use Twitter and YouTube as well. So I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing Instagram, I'm doing Facebook, and I feel like I'm going to just kind of hold off there instead of going on to Twitter and LinkedIn, which are 2 social media platforms that I'm not familiar with. But I feel like these 3 platforms are going to help me, and so I'm just going to stick with these 3 for now, and maybe down the road I will open up the possibility of Twitter and a LinkedIn. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that I'm helping you guys out. Put in the comments below if you have any questions. I will certainly try to answer them for you. And we'll see you again really soon for a new video. Bye, Disney fans.